so stupid.
Does that answer your question?
Right.
Does that answer your
that.
question, Wilds? They're done.
Yeah.
Toast. Finito. Gone fishing. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
My
However
goodness.
you want to phrase it. It's over. I'm not even going to waste my time giving the energy for the Kenny Smith voice. They don't deserve that much. My goodness.
No,
I've
they
been
don't.
had, guys. I've been took. I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Led astray.
This is ridiculous. They're done. Yes, they're done. And can't you tell? It's not just the games. It's the post-game press conferences too. They're defeated. KD, 33 years old, 14 seasons, seen it all. And he's sounding like he's never seen anything like this Boston defense. He's admitted that he's in his own head. He's lost. And Kyrie's talking about continuity and chemistry and how do you make up for that when you haven't played since October? As if he's not the reason they don't have continuity and chemistry. This is a shame. This is embarrassing. There's no other way around it. And it's not just embarrassing because they're going to lose. Because Boston is legit. And I think they lose tonight. But if they win, so what? Oof. Who cares? They're not going past 5 games. Nobody in NBA history at any level, any round, first, second, third, finals, has come back from a 3-0 deficit. And they're not about to be the first team to do it. And the embarrassing thing is not just that they're losing, but it is that there's 2 superstars. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are coming off, just keeping it real, they're coming off like a couple of arrogant know-it-alls who are having their feet stuck in their mouths. Because Kevin Durant, he left Golden State for many reasons, but one of them was because he got tired of Steve Kerr's motion offense. Look at this quote that he gave to the Wall Street Journal in 2019. He talked about wanting to play ISO. Now, motion offense, it works to a certain point. We can't rely on our system for maybe first 2 rounds. Then the next 2 rounds, we're going to have to mix in individual play. He goes on. Is there more? We got to throw teams off. Blah, blah, blah. So now I had to dive into my bag deep to create stuff on my own, off the dribble, ISOs, pick and rolls, more so than let the offense create my points for me. I bet Kevin Durant wishes, hopes, and prays he had someone to create some offense for him. You wanted to go ISO because you believed all the press clippings that you were the greatest scorer ever, that you could never be stopped, and Jason Tatum is shutting you down. He's outplaying you, period, on both ends of the floor. He's giving you 30 and 8 assists, 30 points, and locking you up on defense, blocking your jump shot. Grant Williams, too. And then Kyrie, these are the numbers. I mean, it's a lopsided match. Let me go to Kyrie. Nick, I know you want to go. I need to. I can't just let him off the hook. We all remember this quote. We don't really need to have a head coach. KD could be the head coach. I could be the head coach. Well, if y'all can be the head coach, draw up a play to get you some offense. How about drawing something up to get you an open look? I mean, it's just, I'm beyond upset.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nick.
I know.
In Brew's defense, who could have seen this coming? Oh, wait. Me! Because everything I told you about this fraudulent team is accurate.
You didn't
Their
see
coaching
a sweep.
is awful.
You didn't see a sweep.
Oh, well, they haven't been swept yet. I didn't see a sweep, but I have been dead on right about everything I've said about this team for 2 years. For 2 years. This is reminiscent of your beloved Clippers, who I was dead on right about. And everyone's like, oh, Nick's a hater. He's scared of Kawhi. Nope. At round 2 ceiling. Oh, Nick's a hater. Durant, he's worried about Durant being on LeBron's corner. Nope. Round 2 ceiling last year. Round 1 this year. Kevin Durant, the best player alive, has lost 7 of his last 8 playoff games.
Says who? Hold on.
7
says who?
of his last 8 playoff games.
You've never said
lost.
that. I've never said that.
No, and by the way,
we can stop that talk.
That is your saving grace here. Correct. That Bruce's saving grace is, as awful and embarrassing and, crippling as this pick was for him, it will be redeemed slightly by the fact that he never got on the Kevin Durant is better than Giannis corner. Because you know how silly that's going to look a week from now? You think Giannis is going to be having 16-point repeated playoff games against this greatest defense ever? Because folks are so desperate. And the Celtics have been fantastic. We're going to talk about Tatum's club superstar later. I want to give them credit. But folks are so protective of KD that they are twisting their brains into like, well, is this maybe the greatest defense in NBA history? Maybe that's what we're seeing. Maybe quite simply, no one could succeed against this defense. Well, let's see what Giannis does. Let's just see what Giannis, who doesn't have the bag or the skill of Kevin Durant, what he does against this exact same defense. By the way, when Chris Middleton might not be playing. So let's just see how Giannis performs. Because here's what I know. We all of us said after game one, well, one of the few bright sides for Brooklyn is this. They almost won the game that will be Durant's worst game of the series. Little did we know, game one was his best game of the series. And it feels like a blowout, Wilds, because it's 3-0. But here is a fact. Game one, with 4 minutes left, Brooklyn is up 5 points. Game two, with 8 minutes left, it is a tie game. Game three, with 8 minutes left, it is a 5-point game. Close the game. Do something. KD took one shot in the fourth quarter of game three. It was a dunk 20 seconds into the quarter. Took no jump shots, heavy is the head that wears the Twitter crown. And Kevin Durant's been wearing that one for years. You got to produce, man. You can't shoot 36% for a series. It's his worst series of his career.
All right. Well, can I give Broussard an olive branch because I still believe in Kevin Durant. I think we've written the Kevin Durant is an elite player obituary far too soon. Because now, Broussard, we get elimination game Kevin Durant. Yes, elimination game Kevin Durant is better than all the greats? ? Woo! Most points per game when facing elimination, NBA history. Kevin Durant's right there. Not all the greats. There's 4 guys better, but, there's a lot of guys that aren't on that list. So, LeBron, Jordan, Wilt, Iverson, Durant, Broussard. Are you expecting a monster game for Kevin Durant to break out and save your Nets? And your pick, maybe. Show me some faith.
No, I'm not. No. Because we ran the same stat after a loss. I mean, really, right after game one, we all, even Nick, expected Durant to go berserk. And he couldn't. And here's the thing, Wilds. When you look at all those games, what did he have in all of those games? He had another guy. Even talk about Westbrook all you want. But Westbrook drew attention to himself in Oklahoma City so KD could be KD. Golden State, obviously, Steph and Clay. And now with Kyrie kind of sleepwalking on the side and letting Bruce Brown bring the ball up and letting Marcus Smart get all up in his chest, KD got to create it by himself. And he can. So, no, I expect a little bit better maybe than what we've seen in these last couple of games. But like I said, even if they win, Wilds, this is over. This is over. No, they're done, and I'm done with it.
Listen, we'll do the full obituary when it's officially over, whether that's tomorrow or later in the week if they end up winning tonight. And we are focused on Durant here because he is one of the very best players in the league and one of the very best players ever. So when you have the worst series of your career, you're going to get a lot of it. But the other element here is Kyrie Irving, after the double birds against the Celtics fans and that brilliant game one, he and KD fell asleep on defense the final possession of game one, and neither has woken up yet. They're both still asleep. 2 games been played since.
You're right.
Kyrie's the one thing with Kyrie you're supposed to be able to rely on is when he plays, he is going to be an offensive magician. He has been offensive or offensive at times in this series, but he has not been an offensive magician since game one. That ain't gonna play.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.